This meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good late afternoon, wherever you are, like D in Florida. So happy holidays. It is our last week, last Wednesday before Christmas and New Year's. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. And I have my beautiful co-host, Ms. Donna Reiner.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Donna?
I am thankful. I'm in Texas. It's a little chilly, but I'm good to go. Mr. Peter in the know.
Oh my gosh, Donna, I can't believe it. We did it. It's been 8 weeks now because we're in our 8th episode. And I mean, I know we have so many topics to talk about, but I just want to today really just take my time and kind of share a little bit more about what is the value of our business, right? So that will be our topic. And really today, probably within 20 minutes, I want to just, ask and just open up for questions, anybody that wants to talk about. And I might even, and I want to go over a couple of things as far as just the back office a little bit and help people understand, after they understand the value of the business, how to look at your business a little bit. Okay. So today it's all about you. This is the 8th episode. So everyone, if you've enjoyed the last 7 and if you learned something, can you raise your hand if you learned one thing in the last 7 episodes? Okay. Atsuko has 2 hands. If we have 5 hands, we'll throw up 5 hands, right? Okay. So I just want to say I'm really proud of everyone. As we are really ending 2022, I cannot believe even where the year went. I can tell you though, I have definitely learned a lot this year, more in depth about myself, more in depth about my business, more in depth about connecting, more in depth about educating and sharing. And those are all really skill sets that we learn from each other, because as you can see, we are growing every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter. How do we know that? More people are showing up. So as more people show up to our gym, we're constantly learning from each other. So I want everyone just to take a little bit of time, in the next 10 days before the year is over, and really reflect again. What have you learned this year? What have you learned that brings you so much value to your life? What have you learned about your business that kind of defines you? And that's why we're going into the topic of what is the value of your business, right? So if to start this topic, I'm going to ask my co-host, Donna.
Yes, sir.
So, when you look at this business, right? Sometimes, and I think I'm going to talk this, I think everyone will resonate on this call. Do we really understand the value of really what direct sales, network marketing, or do you really understand the power of LifeWave as your partner? Okay. So as we're going to answer these questions from each perspective, I want to start with Donna. Donna, how do you look at your life today? How do you look at this business? And how does this business really affect you? And really, we're going to talk about even your own consumption, okay, everyone? How does your own consumption or making a decision for your health put you into this business? So, Donna, fire away.
All right. Well, first of all, value-wise, I'd say that I think the value of this business is evolving for me. Because I'm new in network marketing, because I'm new in direct sales, I'm not new in health, but I am new at finding something that actually works in a way that really does transform the body and the mind and the finances. So this is, as my first experience, I'd say I'm evolving. I love that because I think we can always transform. Also, from what I can see from direct sales, it's going to evolve anyway, because we're in a different place than we were 3 years ago. After COVID, our economy shifted globally, and the need for community, the need for health, the need to regain your own health versus take your health and give it over to either a governmental agency or give it over to a corporate agency or a medical agency. Those things have shifted, because I think that the people, not just the American people, but I think there is a global people that are rising to see, hey, I need to have more charge of me than I have in the past. And hey, I need to shift my perspective on how I see not just my health, but the health of my communities. Otherwise, we are PREY to entities that want to control everything. Now, I'm not going to make this into a political statement. I'm just sharing with you, you know, my dad was at World War II. And so he was older, and he was actually at World War II, at Pearl Harbor. What is my point? My point is, we were in a different world then. We've had generations pass since then. But even my dad then told us, do not allow yourself to be a person that only is compliant to any entity. He was owned by the military. And so we're in a situation where we get to choose, do we want to be owned, or do we want to take charge ourselves with wisdom of our health, of our wealth, of taking governmental responsibility, even for our families, saying, you know what, you don't have to be sick. Can I walk with you? Can I help you? Can I encourage you that you have hope, maybe more hope than you've ever thought you could ever have before? You know, the value to me of LifeWay, for me personally, I literally had been given a new lease on life. I was sick a few years ago, and my family did think I was going to die, and God did tell me I could die. And so I had a whole year of me really contemplating, am I going to die or not? Well, listen, there are other people that are in that space that wonder, am I going to make it? And I just know that for me, I found hope the next year, and I found a new opportunity to live again. And so now I wonder, God, how can you live through me to help others live again, but not just through their health? I've now transformed into realizing that in direct sales, you honestly do have opportunity to take charge of your finances in a new way. It really is there. It's not just for the few, but I will tell you, it feels like the few because you do have to work for it. But I tell people every day, you're going to work 8 to 5 somewhere. Why not work 8 to 5 for yourself? If you're going to get a part-time job, if you're going to work at HEB for $20 an hour, and you've got the evening to hang out and chill out and watch your TV, but you want to have income one day, why not spend those 3 hours every night doing something that could eventually evolve into actual income for you so that you can have finances a year from now? So I see this as opportunity. I see this as health. I see this as wealth. I know that the statistics are only 5% make it, and I understand why. And I really think that that's because when I started, I had all these potholes that I hit pretty quick, and they weren't just in the money. They were in relationships. They were in political matters. They were in all corporate crazy things. And so when you hit those things, you have to decide, are you willing to move forward? Are you willing to just take a deep breath and recalibrate? Are you willing to take a deep breath and go, you know what? I need to recommit to my plan and not go off the grid and not finish what I started. You need to have a plan for yourself. And even if you have to start the plan over 1,000 times, I'm telling you, if you don't quit, you can make it. And if you don't quit, you'll do more than just make it. You will build resilience in yourself. And even if you don't get rich, listen, if you don't get rich, you will find yourself coming into a new person. You will come into a new you because you chose not to quit. And that's what I got to say about that.
Wow, Donna. I mean, I took some mental notes, but that was some deep stuff. And that was a lot of inner wisdom. And did all this just really come out like you just being here with us for, a year and or however long you've been with us, but
A year and a half.
a year and a half, does all this just come out of your body in a sense because you're seeing what this industry is doing or what LifeWave is doing to people?
Yes, because we really honestly, like, listen, my daddy taught me that some janitors needed to be the president and some presidents needed to be janitors. He said the playing field is level. And I see that we are in an industry, and it is LifeWave, but it really is an industry also. But
Yes.
this particular is LifeWave. We really are in a very specific time on globally, but also on the timeline of life. We really are in a unique time frame in history, and we really truly can ride this wave. Do I know how long this wave will last? I don't know. But along the way, I know, let's have some wisdom. Let's have some plans. Let's make some goals. Let's not give up. I've not ever done this kind of work before, but now I realize I've always done this kind of work because I've always been a network marketer. I just never knew that's what it was called. I just knew I liked to love people. So now I know love can, I've always said that love is more than a prayer. I've always wanted to have something more than just praying for people, P-R-A-Y, not P-R-E-Y. I've always wanted to do something more than just have a meeting where I would speak or have worship and all those things that we used to do and then pray for people, which is life-changing. No matter what culture or faith you're in, those things are life-changing. But now I can have something where I say, listen, take this, use this for 6 months. And tell me that it doesn't do something within you that brings a change either in your mind, change within your body. Because when you feel like crap and you can barely get out of bed, but in 3 months you can get out of bed and you don't feel like crap anymore, guess what that means? That means you can have a new goal. That means you can believe in life again. That means you're going to open your door again. That means you're going to open the blinds and you're going to go check your mail again. I'm telling you, this is a very transformational space to be in if you'll allow it to be more than just my little network marketing job, but look at it as something that's not even a calling, but let it be a part of who you are wherever you go. So it does come off of your mouth like water. So it is part of who you are and not just something you're doing. And then you're going to be comfortable whether you're at the gym or the lens craft or the first watch or you're whatever, you're going to be comfortable sharing what it is because it's going to be part of what you're bringing to the table no matter what, and not just something you're doing. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. I think everybody here can resonate with that message, Donna, and let's go deeper with that, okay? We're going to dive deep. We're going to go real deep today.
Okay.
Did everybody understood what Donna just said? Okay, this is not just a company. We are not just subconsciously waking up every day and say, oh my gosh, I'm in LifeWave. What do I need to do, right? When you capture like the really, when you understand what this tool, and I always like to say everything is a tool. LifeWave is a tool. X39 is a tool. Eon is a tool. David Schmidt is a tool. Everything that we do is a tool. Why? Because when you get your aha moment, you will realize or figure out what can I use this tool to use in my life. Yeah. We need tools to fix cars. If we don't have tools, then those cars will not fix, and then your life won't be fixed. Does that make sense with that analogy?
Yeah.
When we go to the gym, the workout equipments are tools, because if there is no tools, how can you work out? But then again, we don't need gym equipments. We can use our bodies to work out. So what is our body? Our body is the tool, right? We physically can do whatever it is without any workout equipment. But then again, what are you using? Your brain. Your brain is the tool to think about what you need to do and then tell your body and your mind and your heart to go do it. Does that make sense? Now, does everybody ever heard of a challenge or said, Peter, this is too expensive. Peter, why would people buy this? Or I can't afford it. How many of us heard of that excuse already?
Sure.
All of us, every one of us. So when you hear that excuse or when you hear that rebuttal or that, that pushback, what is the first thing that goes in your mind when you hear that?
You have no idea what you have in your hand. That's what goes through my hand.
Correct, right? So when somebody says that, number one, they don't have enough information, or if you give them the information, do they have enough brains or heart or commitment to themselves to take that information, and what are they going to do with that, right? Now, the reason why I wanted to take this topic today and talk about value. So if this is expensive, the first thing I want to know when they say that is, oh, you think it's expensive? Right away, I have to think of 2 or 3 different things. Number one, what is expensive to them?
Ooh, that's good. That is really good. I mean, are you shopping at Food Pantry? You shopping at H-E-B? You're shopping at Dillard's? Where are you shopping? It's all relative to your own personal space.
Exactly. So for someone who is not making, who's barely making maybe 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 a month, okay? But they have bills, regurgitating bills, residual bills, right? We call them residual bills. I like to know when they ask that question, I always say, it is expensive. It really is expensive for the ones that are not using it. Let me share with you why.
That's good.
Okay, so when I say that, it is expensive, everyone, for the ones that are not using it. So let me share with you why. So everyone, so when I talk to that specific person, then I right away ask them, what are some of the things that are in your medicine cabinet that you're buying every month for your issues? So can you tell me what's in your medicine cabinet? Because the moment they tell me that, can you already figure out what their issues are? For example, so I'm going to talk to the ladies now, okay, gentlemen? For the ladies, do you use facial stuff, collagen,
Heck yeah,
makeup, cleansers, wrinkle removers, hair products,
yes,
nail products, eyebrows, right? Everything. Now, do you take, now on top of that, do you take hair products, hair growth, nail growth? And then on top of that, call you later. And then on top of that, now, are you taking any pharmaceutical drugs? Are you taking painkillers, sleeping pills, anything, right? Do you have diabetes? Does everybody know where I'm getting at when I ask these questions?
yes.
So instead of you rebuttaling, it's expensive, but it's cheap. Let me show you how to get it cheaper. When you say that, did you listen to their problems? No. I want you to now reverse engineer. When we have a rebuttal, I want you to flip the script almost and always ask them, yes, it's expensive, but it's expensive for the people that are not using it. Let me show you, let's ask you the question now. What's going on in your world? Do not rebuttal it back. Yes, it's expensive, but let me show you how to get it cheaper. oh, less is expensive, but let me show you how to make money getting this for free, without understanding where they are at first. So what I want to teach everyone today is, let's sell the value, but let them figure out what is the value to this without convincing them or telling them. Does that make sense, everyone?
That's excellent.
I want you to start practicing this for your next 333s. Let's really get into listening to them. Now, she's going to come back. Oh, you're right, Peter. I don't know, but okay. Well, let me ask you this. How much are you spending for that hair product? Now, how much are you spending for that skin product? How much are you spending for that drug? How much are you spending for that diabetes? Do you know that those drugs are actually affecting your hair loss because of the side effect? So now you're not only hurting yourself, but now you're spending money to band-aid yourself. Did you understand that?
That's excellent. So good. I'm
Did
taking
you know,
notes, y'all. I'm taking notes in here. Y'all can copy and paste from the chat.
oh, so you're taking this drug. Did you know that that affects your sleeping? Did you know that affects your energy? But now I see you drinking a Red Bull. How much is that Red Bull? $4 to $5. Okay, now how much is that sleeping pill you're taking? Ambien, whatever sleeping pills. Okay, now you're doing more side effects to your body. Now, did you understand you're doing that? Oh my God, Peter, I don't. I'm spending this much of money. You know what? I'm actually spending $200-300 a month on all this stuff. And I get my drugs for free because Medicare pays for that. Oh, really? So you really like to rely on free stuff? You really are killing yourself because you're getting it for free?
Wow.
So you'd really like to kill yourself for free?
That's so good. It's scary good.
It's actually scary good.
Man.
Because remember, I'm a direct guy. I don't like to convince. I don't like to push you. I like to wake you up. So like if I only get one chance to meet Atsuko at a Starbucks and we kind of have a little rapport and I connected with her and we kind of get to talk about this. And then she asked me questions and then right away, those questions could be, oh, this is great, but I really can't afford it. Oh, really? Let's talk about this, right? Does that mean to me, I only feel like I have one chance sometimes to wake you up?
You do. It's good.
So then, Donna, you know how they say maybe God put someone in your life in that moment just to wake you up?
Yep.
So everyone, that is called a skill set, right? And that's why we have these calls like this to talk about this. I want to talk about certain skill sets that we can't train every day, but this is the call to do it with. Now, if you talk like this to someone, there's only two reactions. Yeah. Number one, they're going to really, really appreciate you because you're so real, you're straight to the point, you don't sound like any other network marketer or any salesperson that they've ever dealt with because you actually hit them in the head. Or number two, they must think you're crazy or they don't want you in their life or they just can't handle the truth. What do those two things do for you?
Helps you have information regarding them.
You pre-qualified. You're pre-qualifying deeper.
That's so
and
good.
What does pre-qualifying do for you? It's going to save you time and energy and give you boundaries. Again,
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a few scenarios right now. I'm usually working a number of people at one time. And I have some scenarios with people that I haven't had the boldness to say those things to them. Because to me, and I'm just telling you, we're doing last day Frank. Okay. To me, if you said to me, look at all that going in, I would think that, someone may think, why are you being negative regarding how I'm living my life? Some people might think that you're condemning their lifestyle because inside they realize you're right. So how do you segue through, like I have a couple people I have one person in another country, I have another person over in this other area. And one has a lot of money, the other doesn't have a lot of money, but they're all using all these different protocols, like probably 10 different protocols. They're paying for those. Some of them are paying things on a monthly basis, and they can't afford this, even though they're paying for those right now, and they are not doing anything close to this. What do you say to them without it being manipulative? What do you say to them without being negative? What do you say without telling them what to do, without hitting them on top of the head while still telling them the truth? How? You tell us. You're awesome.
Donna, before we even talk about the value of our technology, would you allow for me to be open to you or frank to you about what I've learned?
Okay, but get permission to speak the truth.
Get permission to speak the truth. Start with that first. Hey, Donna, we've just met. We just met. I look at you as a friend. Would you allow, are you open for me to share some truthful information with you that I've learned that maybe can save you more money or possibly optimize your health even to the next level?
Would you, so for instance, would you ask permission to say these things and say, for instance, could I say to you, hey, Peter, we're talking about all this. I'm like, Peter, I have found that many times when I really dig into someone's life to help them make good decisions regarding the product, I find out they're spending, $200 on pharmaceuticals. I find out they're spending, $150 on this. And at the end of the day, they're like spending $500, $600 a month on things that don't do near what our product does. Could you say that or something similar to that?
Hey, Donna, before we have a helpful conversation, I really just like to know if I can even help you save any money. I don't know if I can do that, but let's not even talk about making money. Let's not even talk about anything. Let's just talk about you and your health. And let me see maybe what our technology can do. Because again, we're talking about non-transdermal, non-invasive. So you could be still using skincare. You still could be popping pills. Are you open to go to the next level or learn about new technology that can actually help you not put more chemicals in your body? And then you might not have those side effects that could be causing you to spend more money on other stuff. Does that resonate with you?
It does. And so you're not even saying necessarily, don't say every single time, well, what do you know about stem cells? You're saying, hey, would you be open to something that can help you not only improve your health, but nothing go into your body and something more natural than anything? Would you be open to hear about something like that? You're saying not necessarily even give a clue about the stem cell. That's so awesome. That's good. I have 3 other scenarios right now I can think that that's going to be great for.
And what I'm learning, and again, we have Christian Hansen on, which is the influential mindset. I'm learning that we don't have to posture. We don't have to ask that question, what do you know about stem cells? And I think we're going to reverse it, and we're going to use, what have you learned about stem cells, or what have you heard about stem cells? Okay. Not what do you know? Because I feel like now going through that training, and I ask a lot of people, some people don't know about stem cells.
They don't.
They really don't know about stem cells. I went to the gym. I asked the top guy in there who signs up the gym memberships, and he didn't even understand what stem cells are. So, Aaron, I'm really realizing now that the fitness world, through my brother, the fitness world is not a healthy world. The fitness world is like a facade on the outside, but they're damaged on the inside. So again, it's just perspectives on who you talk to. But this call and our teams, I want to teach more about pre-qualifying, learning to understand what the person in front of you knows, what they're going through. And then when you get really good at understanding their problem, how can you be a solution to their problem? When you are a solution to their problem, they will come to you. Does that make sense, everyone?
No, that's
We're
really
not
good.
chasing people because you are pushing information to them. That is always the old way, meaning we know how good this is. We know everybody needs it, but do they know what that they need it? They don't. Okay, they don't. Now that's why you have what? To pre-qualify, to pique their interest. Those are skill sets, everyone. And I hate to say this, network marketing doesn't teach that either. So Destiny, go ahead. You have a question?
Yeah, I have a comment because I have a client that I'm meeting tomorrow, and she asked me yesterday when we were at a party, how much does this cost? I said, less than a cup of coffee.
Great answer.
But, you know, I used to sell timeshare, and we have 45 minutes to get that check out of their pocket. And how we did that was we made friends. What do you do? What do you like to do on vacation? Do you ski? Do you ride bikes? How many kids you got? How many grandkids you got? But yet, I've learned so much from you because it's like waking me up, and I'm just like, I know how to sell. You make a friend. That's how you sell.
Exactly, Destiny. Remember, everyone, this is relationship marketing. This is network marketing is relationship marketing. So the better relationships you have, if you have a relationship, a friend, that means you must know a lot about your friend. And then if you decide that what you know about them aligns with, or is at least alignment with your frequency or who you are, then that means you care about them to help them. But we're humans, everyone. We just have to know we're above humans, because when you're in network marketing, we have to change the way that the industry is looked at, meaning we are educators. We are really teachers. Why? Because each one of us is taking the time to learn information that the world does not get to hear this. Does that make sense, everyone? Do you think adults are going back to school? Do you think adults are really going back out to having fun? Do you think adults are really going to travel with other people they've never met? No. Where do you get that? Only in network marketing. Now, are you going to bring people into your team that you don't like? Are you going to bring in people in your team that you don't want to travel with? Does that make sense, everyone? Just figure this out. This is the industry. Today, I want to talk about really and all this goes in line, Donna. Are you really valuing your business? Do you really understand what we have in our hands in our business, right? So, any questions on this topic right now? Sandy, go ahead and unmute yourself. Top left, bottom left, Sandy, bottom left. Microphone. Okay, if you can't find it.
Sandy.
Bottom
can you see us?
left microphone.
Are you on the phone or computer? Do you want to speak? You don't want to speak, right? You're good? Oh, she's good. She doesn't want to talk. That's what it is.
Now,
oh, she does want to talk. No, she does want to talk. She's trying to unmute. Unmute, baby. Unmute.
She's on iPad.
iPad.
Oh, it's on the
bottom left is wherever it's always.
Just find the Zoom
video.
Okay, I found it.
Good job. Good job.
Okay. And Donna, don't kill me for this. Look, we came from the wrong side of the tracks, almost the wrong side of the tracks.
Oh my God.
The very first job I ever had, I made more money than my father, and my father was way more educated than me. So I know that I kind of have a poverty mindset, even though I have a very good income because I was married for 28 years to somebody who took really good care of me and left me with money. However, when I'm talking to someone, $299 is hard to come out of my mouth. And I know I can't be the only person out there. I still do it. I'm uncomfortable doing it. I know it's worth that, but when I'm talking to a widow that might get $1,200 or $1,400 a month, trust me, she don't have Lancome in her bathroom to clean her face with at night. You know, she's paying her house note or car note or whatever. You know, so I'm struggling because, like my hometown, I know everybody from Silsbee, Texas, but I don't know anybody, that many people in Silsbee, Texas that could really afford $2.99, could afford to do this on a monthly basis, because most of them don't make any money.
Okay.
So I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, how does somebody like me overcome that in their mind to go out there and
practice makes perfect. That's how. It's practice. I'm telling you, because we came from the same cloth, and there are many people, there are many other that are our generation. Peter is not our generation. We are a different generation, and I get you. And I also had the same issue. And this is what I normally say. And I'm sure Peter has another way, but I usually say, you know what's so interesting? It does sound like a lot, but look at what you get. You get 30 days of activating your stem cells. You get 60 days of addressing your inflammation. You get 30 more days of causing your mitochondria to come online. I mean, I show the benefits of the product instead of maximizing how much it costs. I show how much they get for it. And then I say, and you don't pay that every month. My goodness, no. You activate your own stem cells for only $99 a month. That is just the cheapest deal in town. And when you say that enough times, you get more comfortable with it and you get more confident. And then you just shut your mouth and let them be the one who breaks the silence.
I'm going to piggyback off of Donna. That is the best upfront way so they can compare what it is. But Sandy, I want you to take it one more step deeper. Exactly what we talked about in the beginning. Find their pain. So you're making $1,400 a month. That means every penny must count, right? Right, Sandy?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, listen to this very carefully. Are you the breadwinner of the house?
Mm-hmm. She is.
I know that woman, if she's making $1,400, I want to know, is she the breadwinner? Is she the only one making money in the house? Are you ready for this question? Are you ready for this answer?
Wow.
What if something happens to you? What if something happens to you and you're only making $1,400 a month and you cannot afford to invest, sacrifice $4 a day to keep you healthy, strong, so you can still be the breadwinner of the house? Or if something happens to you, God forbid, then you are the connector, Sandy, to that family's future. So when I think it's expensive, everyone, I take my own power back by telling myself, if I don't do this right or explain it right to this family, what if something happens to that person and they don't, because they got to meet me, and what if this was the tool to get their bodies back, or it could have prevented something else that she could have had next week, next month, or next year.
Right.
So Sandy, yes, but then I think because of your upbringing or something connected you to that poverty, not poverty pain, but that level of
mindset, poverty mindset.
I like to elevate that up, meaning that, okay, yes, you're there, but again, do you understand how cheap and valuable this is? And if you can't even do this, what if, okay, so Sandy, what if she didn't buy this, but then her other friend convinced her to buy a $50 bottle of vitamin C and told her that this is what she needs? And we know that she just wasted $50 on that one product. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Go ahead, Midge.
Yes.
I would just like to add backing out of that mindset and basically looking at what is the positive? What is it you really want in your life? Do you want to be the way that you are, or do you want to make a change? And I can help you make that change. I can't guarantee that you're going to do it because everybody has to make that decision. But you have a life and your life is worth living, and all the people around you, you're affecting it. It's a consciousness that you are actually changing, and having those people come into your life with more of a secure feeling of safety, rather than hitting them with, you're spending too much money on this. Well, do you want to change your life? That's the real question.
That is,
do you want it to be different? Do you want it to be?
And then when Mitch asked, do you really want to change your life? And you really got to look at them straight in the eye and really get down deep. And then from there, whatever she says, if it's a yes, really, how bad? What are you willing to sacrifice? What have you done already to move that direction? If she says, no, I'm not ready, whatever, then we know what to do, right?
Yeah.
It's just
and it's okay. They'll be ready someday, but maybe not right now.
Okay. Now, that is a great question. Now, going deeper into this, Sandy, again, now when we talk about stem cells, everyone, before I even show the video, this is the perfect segue. I want to know again, do they understand the value of regeneration and repair, and how much a real stem cell shot, or do they really know what stem cells are?
Can everyone mute themselves? Can everyone mute themselves while Peter's talking, please?
Let me do this. I'll do the poop one more time. So do they really understand how much it is? So, you know, Sandy, sometimes people that can't afford stem cells, that's a whole nother level of groups, right? So they can afford it. And if they found out that they can actually turn on peptides on their own stem cells, and they're so pissed that they spent $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 on a shot, when they could have spent less than 10% on a whole year and a half supply for themselves and their family. Do you understand, right? We can always flip the script. There's always somebody pissed. There's always someone happy. There's always someone happy. There's always someone pissed. Okay? You can't please them all. But the only thing you can do is understand who is who. That's why we do this training calls. I want you to be so strong at understanding what to ask and how to pre-qualify and put yourself in their shoes.
That's right.
Understand what they are going through. Now, this is going to segue because I really want to cover this, okay? And this is for Andre. She's asking, can you talk about flushing points? Flushing points, okay? Now, I want to get really down to the nitty-gritty on flushing points. Everybody understands you have to come in with a package, correct? That is your initial gym membership. Yep. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. We only have 5 wholesale packages, okay? The middle one, the gold, is the most important one to me, because that is the one that you stop at. Everything from platinum and diamond is just extra products, extra perks. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. You want to make sure you get people to a silver and upgrade to a gold. Once they get to a gold, they have 3 options to maximize their auto ship, or what you call monthly subscription, or your gym membership, whatever you want to call it. It is still called an auto ship. Let me ask a question to everyone. Who here has owned a business and paid for rent? That is your auto ship. Your rent is your auto ship. Who here has a car payment? Raise your hand. That is your auto ship. You don't pay your auto ship, are they going to take away your car? If you don't pay your mortgage, are they going to take away your house? If you don't pay your phone bill, are they going to take away your phone? If you don't pay your internet, are you going to take away, are you going to use internet? The reason why I'm going into this scenario, Andre, is Once you understand the value of this, you will never lose your points as long as you're an auto ship. The company cannot flush your points away as long as you're an auto ship. So that question, sorry, Andre, okay, I'm being very straight up, but sometimes that question is only for the people. If you're taking care of people who are hurting, meaning they cannot afford this business, or maybe they don't see the value of the technology or the value of the business. That's why we're talking about this topic today, okay? If they do, they will always be on an auto ship, just like they will always pay for their car bill, just like they'll always pay for their phone bill. And guess what? Even if you're on Medicare, Medicaid, or insurance, don't you have to fill out stuff to make sure that you're constantly getting your drugs? What if you're not getting your drugs? What are you going to do? Call your doctor or call your pharmacist and go, how come I did not get my order? So now the question is, does your partners, do they know the value of the business, and do they understand what the monthly subscription pays for? And everyone, I don't care if it's an X39, if it's an Eon, a glutathione, whatever, a $69 patch, okay? A $69 patch pays for your business, meaning that you are active at 55 PV. If you're at a point that you cannot afford a $70 patch,
It's 86.
that you're consuming, that pays for free. Let me share with you this, everyone. David Schmidt is not charging you $19.99 or $29.95 for your website and your app.
That's right.
It's free. We are not charging you $100, $99 for any training. We're not charging you $29.95 to get on a Biz site and a Start X39 Now site. We have given you 4 tools. The only thing that you're really paying for is your phone bill and your internet to make sure that you use that as a tool to communicate. This is literally, to me, your lifeline. It's a life raft. So if you cannot afford $4 a day to maintain your business, to maintain your health, then you will never have to worry about flushing points. Does that make sense, everyone? Let's go back and re-educate, have a conversation with everyone that you feel like that cannot afford this, or if they keep on every month, Andre, if they keep on every month telling you, oh, I'm not qualified, I'm scared to lose my volume, I don't, duh. Okay, let's talk about value now, okay? Let's talk about what do you understand, and maybe we might have to send them a few of my videos to do some wake up, okay? We have to really get down to the nitty gritty. We really do. And how many people, how many accounts, how many workout buddies do you really need to be good in your business? 6. 3 on the left, 3 on the right. Until you learn how to get 6 people maintained, meaning they are constantly on auto ships, whether they buy month to month, whether they buy a 3 months maintenance pack, or whether they buy a 6-month maintenance pack. The more you buy, the more you save, the more you pay one-time shipping, and the more products you get for free. Does that make sense, everyone? To me, the base, the real base is $4 a day. If they cannot afford $4 a day, they are not serious about their health. They are not serious about the business. Any questions on that? For example, cake. is at her work right now. Everyone, if you can look at her, she's at work. She is working 40, 50 hours a week. She takes 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5 hours a week of her time to plug into these calls because I asked her to. I did not ask her to go out of her job, quit her job, to do anything, to go talk to people. I just say learn and plug in and never, ever, ever get off auto ship. Your auto ship is like your savings account. Your auto ship is your business. Your auto ship is your international business account. Your auto ship is your branding. Your auto ship is your health. Your auto ship is your investment in yourself. How many times do you have to chop up that $4 a day? Does your $4 a day in Red Bull, coffee, Starbucks coffee, hair coloring, does add up all that stuff, anything that you're spending $115 a month in, how much value and what does it do for you? And the people that make the least amount of money, they are the ones who really need this business. They're the ones who really need to understand what are you spending money on, because they have to penny pinch every single dollar that goes in and out of their daily, weekly, monthly habit spending. Now, some of us have one leg that is bigger. Who here is handicapped and has one leg bigger than the other? Everyone. Okay, good. Don't think of it as a bad thing. That's the best thing that can happen to you. Because you literally have to think, oh my gosh, 50% of my business is already paid for, and I only have to spend $4 a day, put that in my piggy bank, in my health, in my business, to keep all that volume. Everyone, think about that. Now, if Cake is learning how to build a business and she's learning how to make an extra $1,000 a month spare time, and she might be doing that already, right? So if she's already making $1,000 a month, do you think she's going to go to work and even care or stress out anymore because she's a little bit more happier? She has less stress because she's using the patch. And now she knows every day, I'm going to deposit $4 into my body, into my LifeWave savings account. And I don't care if people come to my left, my right, my left, my right, because to me, points are money. Whether you cash them out or whether you don't cash it out, whether you cash it out next year or you don't. Let me give everyone an example. I don't even know how many counts are on my left and my right leg. People that have 100,000 points to over 10 million. I have two people that have over 10 million points and they never built their other leg out. What do they do every month? They just get on a 3 months and a 6 month maintenance pack because they understand the value of the product. As a cherry on top, they're getting a free business whether they know it or not, and they know it. The time is just not right for them. Do you think they're going to give up a 10 million or a 100,000 point business now if they stop using this or they stop depositing $4 into their bank account? No. Trust me now. They're going to get on it. And if they do lose those points, am I going to feel bad if they stopped and lost their points? No, because I already told them many times already. That's your responsibility. I got 20,000 people to take care of here. I ain't got no time to take care of your one account. That's you. Does that make sense, everyone? Those are called boundaries. Those are called taking responsibility for your own business. maybe in the beginning, Andre, because you're
Yeah.
brand new,
Yes.
you always want a baby and you want to take care of your people.
Yes.
Great. I understand that. You're still in the first phase in your business. You will grow to the second phase. And that is, again, your own skill sets, your own aha moment, wherever that will lead you to. Does that make sense, Andre? Okay. So
Also,
take that as it is. It is what it is. David Schmidt, I'm just telling everyone, he has done so many things in this program, meaning the packages, the compensation plan, the culture, the events. He does not want to take your money. He does not need to charge us for the website. He does not need to charge you for more food or lunch at the convention. Does that make sense? This is not a profit center. This is so much profitable for him to do his work. So I want each one of us, again, to really realize how much value this company gives by not charging more for all the other stuff that many, many, many other companies will definitely charge you for, okay? And I've been there, done that, and I've seen it already many times. So, Asuko, last question for you.
Yes. I had one person signed up for silver package. Can you hear me?
Yes.
yes.
Yes, so she signed up for silver package. And after that, she has some financial problems, so she didn't sign up for auto ship. And so she, her status is not active anymore. And does that mean she lost her points?
Yes.
Yeah.
If after 1 week from that day supposed to do a auto ship, she still has next week to set it up. If she does not buy anything, she lost the points. Now, everyone, you get one chance from the company, one time to get your points back if you call the company or call me, okay? But if you don't, you only lose your points. Now, if she does not order anything for 1 whole year, Asuko, then that account will be deleted. It will be gone. And whoever she signed up will move up to you. All the people that are in the downline will still be there because it's a binary. Just that one spot will be white. It's gone. Okay? So now, if she has financial stress because she cannot afford this, again, we can only do what we can do, right, everyone? You can only educate them. Again, show them the value. Hey, you really must be stressed out. You know, you really cannot afford to take this for your stress. Hey, are you open for a plan B or C now? Can I share with you maybe how to get this for free? Right? Oh, Asuko, how do you get this for free? I just lost my job. I have time to do something now. So show me what you got. Okay, so take a bad thing and use your skill sets, what you're learning here, to flip it around, twist it around. Remember, you are a problem solver. You have to be really good at listening to people's problems, and you have to be really good now to solve those problems. Remember, everyone only has 3 problems in the world today. HTF. Everyone has a health problem, everyone has a time problem, and everyone has financial or freedom problem. Which one of those do you want to solve? And can this be the tool this is definitely the tool to solve your health problem, but it might not be the tool to solve your time and your financial problem if you do not want to solve that problem with me together, because that takes a partnership. Does that make sense, everyone? So you can give this away. They can be a customer. Check. You've helped someone you loved. But if they want time, if they want financial freedom, we got to dance. We got to partner up. You got to see my company. You got to meet David Schmidt. You got to meet Donna. You got to meet all my workout buddies. You got to come to this podcast and see this for yourself. Let me show you. It's for free. Come join us. Does that make sense, everyone? Blast them out, whatever it is. Let them see the community. Then it's up to them to act, to see if it's for them or not. That means you are a professional now. You did not convince them. You did not push them. You learned to listen to their problem. You gave them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 solutions. And if they don't want to dance with you, next. Adios. Bye-bye. I am not talking about this again until you call me. But by that time, I might be in Aruba or I might be in Arizona hanging out with my Arizona friends. Does that make sense, everyone? Or I'm going to be with D and partying in Florida, okay? That's how we do things. You're going to have to learn boundaries. Go ahead, Donna.
Well, I was just thinking, there are some that I know that really, really, really care about the people that they're reaching into. And they haven't yet shifted from, and I had to get here myself. I had to get to a space where my caring for that person, for them to stay on the product or because I wanted so desperately for them to have more income. I had to get to a place where I did have to put not just such a severe boundary, but I had to really grow in my wisdom that I can't change their heart toward themselves for their health, and I can't change their heart toward their income for themselves. They have to grow and they have to develop those areas themselves. And so when you can return to your own personal why and remember that if you're working with someone, for instance, who's dying, and you know, this is the kind of thing that can help people, y'all know that. But when you have someone you love so much and they're literally being given a death sentence and you so desperately want to help them, but they just will not budge, you have to not blame yourself. It's not because you presented it wrong, because you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. You've got to really let it go, that it's not your responsibility, that it's not your fault if they choose not to go in this direction, whether it be for the financial or the other. That's just stirring deep inside me. And that doesn't mean you harden your heart toward them. That doesn't mean you don't stay in contact with them. It just on the inside, you realize, well, that's okay. And I agree. Next, just next. Why? Because you are looking for people that want their health improved, that want their time back, and want their freedom to live longer. You're looking for those people. And this is the other thing that was stirring inside me. This is so interesting. Sometimes we can be so spiritually minded and just really be no good. And if you I hear people say, well, let me just pray about it. Let me really, really think about it. And I'm thinking, well, let me ask you a question. When I say make a list, and they're like, well, let me just pray about who will come my way. I usually say something like, well, do you pray and wonder what you need to put in your refrigerator when you go to the store? No, you're out of eggs, you're out of bread, you're out of sandwich meat, you're out of cheese, you're out of cereal. So I encourage you, when you're stumped, make a new list. And yes, of course you can think to yourself, God, or whomever who's on your heart. Of course you can do that. But at the same time, if you miss somebody in the 20 years you've been on the planet and you're thinking, I haven't talked to such much about this, just make a list. Make a list and go next. Go next. And you're not being rude. You're not being clinical. You're not being harsh. When we go to the grocery store, we go because we need to get some nutrition. Well, when you're making a list that you think, well, I'm just making a list. That's not important. Of course it is. There's an intention inside of you that goes even beyond you. That whole subconscious thing, that whole consciousness thing, that whole we're all one thing that everybody explains it a different way. If you'll just remember that you have a mind that can reach in and find people that need this, that's going to change their life forever. Do not have a lack of confidence that you don't hear, because you do hear. And you can hear out of the simplest thing, like making a list. It does not have to be super spiritual. It can be very, very practical. And then just do what he said. I'm going to do this. I have not been doing this. All my all my conversations always comes back to, what do you know about stem cells? Why? Because you can get stumped and you can get nervous and you don't know what to say. And all those things happen to us in different scenarios. But I love this option I have now. Ask yourself, who is it that you can help improve their health? Who is it that you can contact and go, you know what? I know it's Christmas time, but you've been on my mind. And they have been. It's like, oh, just wondering if you'd be open to hear about something that I think could help your health. I mean, make it so simple and so non-scary that someone who you're not in a relationship with will actually hear what you have to say. I'm going to implement this myself. I'm very excited about it.
Well, I can tell, Donna, and thank you for adding that on. And I'll close it with this too. Remember, you only have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every person that is not like you, that doesn't think like you, or better than you, if you go through all the pre-qualifying, all the piquing interest, all that explanation, and they don't still see it like you, are they like you? No. If they're not, the more energy you give that person, you're actually taking away your time from someone that is coming to you, that needs you, that is like you. Does that make sense, everyone? So whenever you think that there's somebody that is not vibing or resonating, let it go right away, because there's somebody else. God is telling you there's somebody else that needs you right now. And if you keep on spending your time with that person, chasing them, you are losing your help for the other, okay? Time is money. Money is a tool. Tool is help. The more money you have, the more time you have, the more you are a tool to the world. So I hope this hour and 10 minutes, wow, I don't even know where the time goes. I hope this brought more value to you. I hope you learned something really nice today. And it's really good to see everybody's faces. Next week is literally the last podcast. On Thursday, I will be doing one more. And next year, starting 2023, next week is Wednesday. Thursday is the last podcast for the Patching Podcast. Okay, everyone?
Okay. Yes.
6 p.m. is the last one. Friday, Saturday, we're off. Okay?
This Friday, Saturday.
This Friday, Saturday off. Next Friday, Saturday,
and
we're
next
off.
Friday, Saturday. Okay,
yes,
good.
But we're
good,
still
good,
on
good.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the podcast. Next Wednesday, I want to do a whole reflection of our whole year on this special podcast. I want to make a nice flyer. I want to surprise everyone. Get your teams on here. And get your tissue paper ready, okay? You're going to cry next week, okay? We're going to do something very special for this team. I want you all to see who and what has been created in the last 3 years with Marcy and I here, okay? I'm going to do something very nice. And again, everyone, love you all. You know, we're in this all together. So I know you're all stronger. And I want to leave with this. The more people that are part of this light, we're getting stronger. Whether you're getting stronger one day at a time, a week, a month, a year, it doesn't matter. Don't you think that this world needs stronger people today?
Yes.
Yes. If we have to deal with weaker people that don't want to get stronger, how are we going to save the world?
Right.
We can't. So I want to take some time. I want to say thank you so much. I have to get ready for another call. Francis,
is the company open?
Company is closed Friday, and I think they sent out an email for the car.
Right,
Probably-
but does that
probably
mean your
Monday.
auto ship doesn't go, or it is going to go?
Which one?
Because my auto ship is Christmas Day, and I'm wondering, is it still going to come?
No, it won't go on
No.
a Sunday. It'll go,
Okay.
it'll process on Monday.
Got
Monday.
it. Thank you.
So
Thank
Francis, last question.
Peter, a question to Donna. Donna, on
Yes, ma'am.
Thursday, do you still have your Spanish podcast?
We are going to have it. We are looking for a testimonial. I always trust God to the last moment.
Okay, so this Thursday and next Thursday, we still have the Spanish.
Yes, we will. We will. And any of other people here, you're welcome to invite people, bilingual or Spanish only. We do enough of it in Spanish for anyone who is a Spanish only speaker that they can understand. And listen, we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays too. We don't want to just hang up. We want you to know we have so appreciated this time. I appreciate Peter allowing me to be part of this. It's just been an honor and a blessing. I've learned a lot. I've been able to exercise some of my gifts that makes me feel alive, and I've sharpened some skill set. And I mean, I can see value even in doing this for myself, as well as everything I'm learning. And I thank all of you for receiving me and allowing me to be part of your lives. Thank you. And thank you so much, Peter. And I just wish you
Thank
all
you,
a
Peter.
Merry Christmas and a happy holiday.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Thank you,
Donna.
Donna.
We love
Merry
you.
Christmas and happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Donna.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Forget Tough Life Wave.
Thank you.
Peter,
Merry
turn off
Christmas.
Facebook.